everybody, this is Courtney and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. So today we're doing a speed build. I actually did this build like a week ago. It's for my Build NEWCREST Legacy Challenge that I'm doing. If you don't know what that is, basically you start with a founding sim in a brand new town. You can either take Willow Creek or Oasis Springs or any of the towns, just delete all the lots, or you can start NEWCREST, which is what I did. So you start in NEWCREST, totally empty town with a founding sim, and you're not allowed to leave the town, which makes socializing a little difficult, because, when you have people inviting you places, you can't go anywhere. But anyway, so each generation has like a specific goal for the town, and this was the generation 3, I think it was. The generation 3 was bookworm sim, and so once you're done with that generation, completing the aspiration, then you can build your library. So that is what this build is a library community lot, and this is actually the first library I've ever built, and I was originally going for like a more modern kind of look, and I think that's kind of what I did. But yeah, just was experimenting with a lot of different things, I guess. I don't really know. But yeah, I had that diagonal like front piece, and it's kind of weird. I don't know. It's really strange, but I do like how it ended up in the end. So here we're just trying to figure out the layout of the build and the roofing, and you'll see when I was like furnishing the inside, I did everything and then I forgot that I had a third floor. So then I just kind of added a bunch of random stuff up there. But this video ended up being really, really long. It was like 30 minutes, I think, and I really wanted to keep it under 20 minutes long, so you will see that I did cut out quite a few things, but none of it was like super like important to leave in. Just things that were the same, that I had done, like furnishings that were the same as different sections. I just kind of cut those out. I think I cut out a few things where like I was, messing with windows or like color swatches on the walls and stuff, just like repetitive things I mostly cut out. I did cut out most of the landscaping, just because it was a lot of, I don't know, the same kind of thing. But anyway, so here, just putting in a lot of big windows, because I was going for that more modern look to the build, so I just feel like the big windows just add a lot to builds, I think. Just, especially from the exterior anyway, it just makes them look really nice. And I did do that roofing like that because I was trying to make it fit in with, the buildings that are around it, even though they're not playable buildings, just, to see it in the background. But anyway, so then that is where I decided to change the color scheme, instead of having the white columns and everything, and I just went for black. It's what I kind of do a lot of the time, and I mess with that diagonal piece on the second floor a lot. I don't think I actually think I cut out what I like ended up doing with it, just because I messed with it so much, and it was probably like sped up. It was probably like 5 minutes long, just me messing with that little piece, so I ended up cutting a lot of that out. But here I'm just adding some little flags on top. I don't have Get to Work, and I know Get to Work expansion has like actual flagpoles and stuff, and most libraries I've ever been to have flagpoles, and so I wanted to incorporate flags in some way, so I found those. I can't remember what they were from, but I think they might have actually been from base game, but I found those, or actually, I don't know, I don't remember. If someone knows, you can tell me. like I said, this was a week ago that I did this, so I really don't remember. But yeah, just trying to add some, I added these fountains in the front just to add some more, I don't know, like landscaping but without landscaping, I guess. I don't know. Just to add a interesting aspect to the build. And there you see I cut out, I moved them all forward. That was literally all I did. So I could fit the benches up there. But yeah. And then here I was messing with this. I've seen people like take floorboards going two different ways and making them, match up. And I couldn't figure it out. And I think it was actually because it was a diagonal piece and not like, a straight angle or a right angle there. That's why I couldn't figure it out. But I cut that out because it was like 30 seconds of me just trying to figure it out and it didn't work. But yeah, anyway, so the reason it's taking me so long to do this voiceover is because I started my new job this week, which was super exciting. I am working third shift at a gas station, which I've worked at gas stations before, so, I enjoy doing it. It's a little boring because where we live now is a much smaller town than where we used to live, and so being on third shift is kind of boring. It's a lot of cleaning and sanitizing things that they use throughout the day. And like we don't really help many customers. There's not very many customers that come to the gas station in the middle of the night. And this gas station too, that inside is actually locked, so no one, like customers can't come in or can't come into the store. They have to go to a little window. But yeah, so yeah. So this was just the little like area that I would, imagine like a librarian being or something like that. I think that little piece in between the cabinets is actually base game, I think. But I've never used it before. I never had seen it before, and I was like, this kind of works perfect. Because I know, like Get to Work has kind of those kinds of counters because, that's what you would probably want. But since I don't have Get to Work, I always have to figure out something else to do. I usually just do counters or like island pieces. But that kind of looked, I don't know. Kind of looks stupid, but I kind of feel like it also works. But so yes, now that we're furnishing, so I did place the desks there. I can't remember. I looked away from the screen, so I didn't see if I put the computers there yet or not. But there's a couple different areas inside the library for seating and for computer work. And the upstairs, I only put a couple computers and then a couple empty desks just because, you want, not everybody that goes to a library is going to want to use a computer. You're going to also want to be able to just sit at a desk and, do research or, write notes or I don't know. But anyway, yeah, and then these bookcases just worked really well because they're not as thick, I guess, as a lot of the other bookcases in the game are. I believe the ones I used were like the ones that you unlock in like the writer career or something. But then here I'm adding a little like kids area because most libraries that I have visited, they always have a little area for kids to hang out and play and that kind of thing. So I thought that was cool to add to this build, just with all the toys and the kids' bookcases and things. And then here, just adding another seating area. I didn't add a whole lot of clutter to the place just because, libraries usually don't have too much random things around. So the clutter that I did place, I tried to make it, make sense for being in a library. So it's a lot of books and, like Kleenex boxes and stuff like that. So yeah, the first floor is basically done. Now we're on the second floor and we're adding in the bathrooms first. And yeah. So yeah, there I just cut out adding all of those bookcases because they're all the same, just in rows. I do like the lights that I place, those little chandeliers. Sorry, that was my phone. Yeah, I don't really use the chandeliers. I usually stick to just those saucer lights, honestly. Just because a lot of the chandeliers that we have, just seem, I don't know, either too big or just not very pretty. But these worked really well, for like, I don't know, just for a library feel, I guess. And then, adding the wall lights too, just to brighten up, because it seemed really dark, just around. And then I did add a lot of stuff outside, like painting easels, and I think I put some picnic tables out there, and the monkey bars there. Just because I feel like I picked too big of a lot, but I was trying to find a lot that was kind of wide, so that I could, I don't know, make the library wider. Don't really know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, just some dining area, because people don't really eat at libraries. I don't know why the dining area is up there, but, just outdoor seating for people if they want to eat outside, I guess. But that was where I cut out the landscaping that I did. Then here we're figuring out a floor, putting it in the 2 floors, and I still haven't gone upstairs to the 3rd floor. I think I didn't really notice it until I went back outside and fixed the little diagonal area, and then I was like, oh, there's a 3rd floor. I need to go and fix that. Yeah, had a lot of problems with these rugs because, like, they're the same color, but because of the lighting, like, I think the rug I picked was like the pink kind of tinted one, but it looks yellow, orange. I don't even know what color that looks like, but whatever. But then I decided to put them all, in between each of the bookcases, and then I move all that later when I realized that I forgot about the 3rd floor, and then I have to move all of the bookcases over so that I can put another staircase up there. So yeah, it gets moved over a lot, and I do cut that out, just because I think it was only like 30 seconds, but I was like, those 30 seconds might matter. But yeah, just adding I feel like most of my bathroom color schemes are black and white, but I just think it looks so good, honestly. Just because with bathrooms I like to put the tile in there, and I don't really like any of the tiles except for like the darker ones, either the black or the white ones. Like, those are the only ones I really like. But anyway, so yeah. So we jumped to the upstairs, the 3rd floor. I guess I cut a lot of that out. That was also when I realized that I had put the chimney in the roof. I was like, I don't have a fireplace, so I guess it's gonna go on the 3rd floor. So I just kind of basically lined the walls with with the bookcases, and then I put a little seating area, and I do change there was more desks up there, I think is what it was. When I had my husband look at it and, ask him if I was missing anything good, he suggested me adding or changing the desks to like a conference area. So that is what I did there. It's not in the build, but it's in the screenshots at the end, so you'll see those very shortly. I really don't know anything I said during this voiceover because it is 3:18 in the morning, and yeah, it's my first night off since I started working this shift and trying to stay up all night. Decided to do some voiceovers. I'm going to be probably recording some of my Let's Plays because I haven't played them in like a month. But we are coming up to the end of this build. The screenshots are coming in just a second. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, if you still watched the whole thing. So if you did like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And I'll see you all next time. Bye everybody.